What's happening, family? Welcome back to another episode of Let Us Tell It. I'm one of your hosts, Marcus Tanksley, and the other host is
Gooseby. How y'all doing?
Hey, we back in the building, y'all. Another week. If this is your first time tuning in, we greatly appreciate it. If you're back, we even more appreciate that. This is a weekly podcast. We talk about any and everything, manhood, anything involving men, fathers, husbands, uncles, marriage, whatever it may be, dating, pop. We pretty much covering everything at this point.
Yeah.
Which is fine with me. Deep. We need a Instagram page for this podcast. And that way people can go over there and put in their suggestions and all that.
Oh, that'll be what's up.
I'll get my assistant on that.
Yeah. Big pockets over here.
Ain't no big pockets, man. So anyway, y'all, we got 3 different things we're gonna talk about today. All right, we got a segment, Get It Off My Chest. Goose got something he want to get off his chest. We're gonna talk about a comment and a video. We're gonna talk about a comment that was left on the previous episode that kind of hit a nerve with me. And then we're gonna talk about a video that is pretty much right in line with the type of stuff that we be talking about on here as men, as husbands.
Yeah.
In relationships, married. Oh yeah, I was told to ask you, how many exes do you have?
How many? You have absolutely 0 exes. I've only been with Melanie Gooseby. Matter of fact,
that's perfect.
That's the only one.
That's
I've
perfect. She said, ask him how many exes he done had. He gonna say none. She said, if I got any exes, they lying. I actually don't have any.
I ain't got name.
Anyway, man, I wish everybody had. I don't know. Did that happen on camera while they were recording?
Yeah, that happened. I watched it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When you said, I'm like,
I don't know when that episode is gonna air though. That's a perfect response. God dang, I don't have any. Zero. Anyway,
let me get it off my chest.
Let's Goose go ahead and get this off his chest because I feel like it's an important topic.
This is man, okay. Why? Not why. What's up with you jive turkey, soft, sensitive? I'm talking about all in your panties all up in a bunch. Dudes out here shooting at a kid's football game. Why are you all doing it? What makes you feel like you have to shoot some? Why are you bringing a gun to a little league football game?
Yeah, anything where children are around.
Who is your partners, and why are your partners allowing this to happen?
What kind of coward does it take?
So this guy goes.
Y'all probably heard about this by now.
To a football game. I want to say it's in Atlanta, Georgia. I want to say, because some of my partners sent me the video. They get the fighting. Now, fighting at these little league games ain't, uncommon.
Yeah, them parents be.
Yeah.
With
that's stupid.
Which is
too.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Which y'all, come on.
And that's across all races too.
Oh yeah.
Because them soccer games, them baseball games, t-ball, parents be acting a goddamn fool.
Yeah. It just ain't us, but I'm talking about us now because this man.
Well, this can happen in any race, but yeah,
it can.
Yeah,
it can.
But I feel you.
It can. So okay, all races. Stop killing folk, man. I don't even know what the argument was about, but it had to be either your son wasn't playing and he was like, your son's soft or your son can't play. That's why he's sitting on the bench. The parent probably was like, I'm paying money for my son to play, so he better play. And the coach was like, man, it's my team. It had to be something simple.
Yeah, regardless of what it was.
Because that's how most of them are about.
Even if it was something about off the court or field or had nothing related, it's the place that you're at. You're at a little league.
So the guy kills the coach literally on the field. Kids there, other parents are there, everybody's are there. The officials are there. It's during the game. This man shoots the coach, kills the coach. And
Like
now what? Now,
like for real. Like
what is you doing, man? And come to find out, he's the brother of an ex-NFL football player or whatever.
the killer?
The killer is the brother of the ex-football player. Hopefully I'm getting that right, and hopefully it wasn't the ex-football player. But
Dang.
bruh, y'all talk to your peoples. Get these fools. Somebody help somebody, because something ain't right up here for you to be going to a child football game and killing them, let alone just killing people in general. But now all them kids are probably traumatized.
Think about, he didn't, like, that lets you know the state of mind this fool was in. He didn't even think about his own children at that point. Like, that child gonna grow up the rest of their life. My daddy killed a man at one of my games.
And you know how these jive turkeys, what I really want to say. Y'all know how these fools
You
be
edit it,
shooting.
you can beep it out.
All right. You know how these be shooting. They can't hit a damn thing in front of them. So ain't no telling who he could have hit. You know what I'm saying? So, bruh.
That's sad. That's truly, it's pathetic to stoop to a level like that. Get there anyway, to where you out in public and feel the need to pull your gun on somebody that is not endangering you. But to do anything like that at a little league game, kids all over the place. It's no telling. I didn't see a video or anything. I only heard about it. But it's no telling how many other games was going on in that area. Like you said, bullets travel.
Man.
The right bullet will travel through somebody and keep going. You could possibly hit 2-3 people.
Literally, all the dads were on the field. Some dads over here scuffling or trying to talk shit to the officials. And then whoever was shooting it got over here, and it's like 10 to 20 dudes just fighting in the middle of the field. Then pop, pop, pop.
That's pitiful.
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
that's pitiful.
Y'all, hey, if you that's a simp, okay? We
want to talk about simps.
Yeah, that's a simp. That's a true simp.
Russell Wilson over here married, taking care of a child, and beefing with another dude because he's married to his baby mama. They call him a simp. What are these dudes then?
Man.
Simple-minded. That's simp to me. Like,
yeah. I don't know. I don't understand it. Dude was, what was it? Father, brother, and he was a granddad. The dude he killed.
Dang.
So
out there coaching, ain't getting paid nothing.
Not, man.
I done coach track, and I don't think I got paid attention.
Exactly. Exactly.
Getting off work, dealing with kids that don't want to listen, just to get parents to sit there and get all their opinions. You ain't out here coaching. I'm doing this. If you want to coach, by all means, take this little raggedy shirt and you can coach.
And parents go out there to relax and to chill, let their kids play.
Yeah.
And y'all fools, man, be out here acting like y'all acting like money is on the line.
Right.
First of all.
Yeah, you are not about to retire from whatever this child does on this field today.
That's what I'm saying. Most of y'all kids can't play.
Right.
Y'all be out here trying to say this and that, and they be sorry as hell.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
I done had that. Why ain't you got my son running this? I want to be like, because he sucks.
I played ball all my life. And there's always them parents, they kid ain't got no type of ability at all.
Nah, but they out there, you treat them good as a coach, you try to make them better. Yes. That's all you try to do, make them better.
Some games, we have to win this game. So, no, you can't play.
That position, no. You going to be in this position because we need Ed in that position because he be.
Golly, man, if your child, you know if your child can play or not. Parents, stop. And if you can't handle that emotion about your child not playing, don't come out there. Don't, man. And if you know your partner is that guy, check this dude, man. Check him. I would hate.
Hey, Tank, you need to calm down, man. For real. This ain't nothing but some little lead. Yeah, you right. If I'm that, come on. Your boys, they know when you that ignorant.
Goodness, man. I can't imagine.
I got into it with a few parents. And it was one, I wasn't even involved in the conversation.
Yeah.
I was, cause I had something to do before this particular track meet. And by the time I get there, one of the other, she was just a parent, but she ended up slowly helping out. Mm-hmm. Because it was like, we had one other coach that just backed out completely. So it all pretty much fell on my shoulders. She stepped up and just would step in and help. And the meet had already started by the time I got there. So this dude, his dad, he's up there. He's talking real strong to this young lady or whatever. Well, you need to do this. You need to do that. So I see all this. I'll take it back. I didn't see it going on by the time I got there. I can see she's kind of, flustered and everything. I'm like, you all right? So somebody else ended up telling me what was happening. I was like, hold up. I told her, I said, come here. So I sat down beside him. I said, so you got a problem with what's going on? Well, no, what I'm saying is she got him doing this and doing that. She don't know what's going on. If she don't know how to coach, I said, hold up, stop right there. She don't know how to coach track, but she's doing it. What are you doing? You up here complaining about it.
Yeah.
I said, first and foremost, I put them in those positions. Mm-hmm. And two, I don't appreciate how you coming at her like that because technically she's helped me. No, it's just how I talk. He talk all this energy. I said, well, if you got any issues with it, you come to me and let me know. Yeah. I said, because ain't none of us out here getting paid. If you got an issue, you can coach. Yeah. No, but my son, I don't care what your son does. I don't care what your son does. This is the lineup. I'm the coach. This is the lineup I put out. If you don't like it, you can change it and coach. Please. I'm asking you to step in because I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Always the one that's not coaching or don't even know how to play the sport.
Yeah.
Trying to be the big guy coaching on the sideline. Well, not on the side, in the bleachers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but she was, I'm like, he talking to her and she's like just all quiet and, well, no, she's trying to explain and he ain't letting her get a word in edgewise. Well, I can act stupid. Let me go up here and talk strong with him. I can speak his language.
But see, that's,
you know what I'm saying? Why should I have to do that though?
But you have a reason. You have something, you're protecting a female.
Yeah.
A lady. This guy went out and shot a man for not probably playing his son or his daughter or making a wrong call.
I could have easily been in that situation.
Yeah.
Just the way this dude was acting. Yeah. I'm like, dude, first of all, you ain't going to be talking to us all silly. Yeah. Like we out here week by week. You mad because of the rotation of the kids that we running them in? Yeah. You see us out here getting off work, coming up here, coaching these kids, going home, doing homework with the kids. And meanwhile, you sitting up here with your twiddling your thumbs. Yeah. But I also had to have conversations like with the parents. I just held everybody because during the meets, they would be like, speed up, go, go, go. You run in certain races, you got to pace yourself. Yeah. And I remember after one of the meets, I was like, I need all the parents of this team come over here and sit down. I said, I appreciate y'all's encouragement. I appreciate y'all cheering on the kids. I said, do not coach your kids while they out here. I said, we've worked with them. If I got them running at a certain pace, that's the pace they need to run to. And I called out one mom. I said, you know how you told her, her daughter, you know how you told your daughter to speed up? I said, you see how she ended up coming in second to last? Because she got burned out on the second lap. Yeah. She got 4 laps to run. Let her pace herself. Yeah. Oh, so I said, no, I know y'all didn't know. That's why I'm addressing it now. Moving forward, don't coach your children. Luckily, everybody understands, but you always got a few. You running them too much in practice. The other parents, you ain't running them enough. It's like, parents, shut up and let your children play and let the coach coach. Please. I can see if it's something ridiculous, but
please, it's little league. They're 4 to 10 years old. They're not. Let them play. Yeah. Don't worry about the coach. Unless the coach is literally slapping them, body slamming these kids, okay, obviously you got to handle that. Right.
But take them to another team if you don't like how
if your son is a running back and he is slow, he will probably not play as much as the faster guy. Period.
Get put on the line or something.
That's what I'm saying. Don't, man.
So on that, because when you sent it to me, you brought up that and gun control.
Yes. So gun control, I can't say gun control would stop this, but gun control for like automatic weapon type situation. Now, if this guy had a automatic weapon, the shots that he fired, it was like 2 to 3 shots. He probably
would have been 10 instead.
It probably would have been 10 instead, because with the automatic weapon, you hold the trigger down, and it go off like, I mean, you can't control it if you're not expecting it.
Right.
And with this type of person, he probably, that might be the first or second time he ever shot the gun. You never know.
Right.
So that's where I think, where when I was mentioning gun control, is the automatic weapons. Everybody should have, I think, any type of protection. Pistol wise, you should have protection. But you need to slow down on the automatic weapons or completely eliminate them, because ignorant people, like he just said, he let off 3 rounds, but he probably could have let off 10 if it was an automatic weapon, and
in the same amount of time.
In the same, probably less.
Yeah, you're right.
And hit way more people. But having your pistol, it's fine. You can't stop, obviously, ignorant people from doing ignorant stuff. So this is an instance where I would say, if he would have had an automatic, high-powered type of pistol, he could have killed some kids, a couple of more people other than the guy he did, which is obviously sad too. But
I mean, for people that know me, they know I'm a gun advocate. I got guns, I think, specifically women, for protection. But Eric, like, if you want a gun, I feel like you should be able to get one. However, with that said, I do think it's way too easy to get your hands on a gun.
Oh yeah.
Way too easy. I mean, from being in gun stores to, purchasing my own, being around people in these gun stores, it's terrifying to see someone with that lack of knowledge purchase something that can take a life. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, you should have to take classes. You should have to take, first of all, common sense classes. You should have to do courses, training, all of that stuff in order to get a gun.
Yeah.
Like, and for instance, and Angel brought this point up, she knows nothing about guns. Mm-hmm. She's terrified of guns. The fact that she could go get one right now.
Yeah. Easy.
You ain't got to ever have to put your hand. I've been in there. So usually, at least in California, it's been a long time since I bought a gun in Kentucky. I know in California, when you get the gun, you have to show that you know how to operate the gun. 9 times out of 10, if you don't know how to operate it, the guy that's selling you the gun in the store will show you how to operate it. Only thing you got to operate is show that you know how to put the gun lock on. Mm. Little red lock that comes with it, got a little rinky-dink key, goes through the action, goes through the clip or whatever to keep the bolt for whatever it is from, basically keep the gun from firing. It's a little cable that goes through it and locks.
Yeah.
They'll tell you to demonstrate that you know how to do that. And if you don't know how to do it, they'll show you how to do it and then ask you to repeat those steps. I've seen people in there that don't even know how to properly hold a rifle, buying a rifle legally. Mm-hmm. These people ain't had no psych exam. Like, the fact that anybody can go get a gun is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do I feel like people be needing guns? Yes. Particularly when I'm in these stores, especially in California, depending on which city I'm in, it's like some of these white boys is getting ready for a war. I think they fantasize about a war breaking out.
Oh, of course.
And that's what they're waiting on. Mm-hmm. That's part of the reason why I have so many guns. I'm like, I don't know what these fools getting ready for, but I'm gonna be ready for that. I ain't worried. Somebody brought up a comment in one of the, they was like, for all y'all to think that we need more gun control, look at Russia. I'm like,
what?
Look at Russia and Ukraine. I'm like, first of all, what country are we neighboring that would want to invade the U.S.? It ain't one. 2, we ain't got to worry about other countries invading us. We got to worry about other Americans invading us. I'm more worried about Texas invading the rest of the country than I am anything else.
In Florida, them boys.
But yeah, it's that's my stance as a gun advocate, as somebody that it's been a while since I've been in the range, but I enjoy my guns. I have a few. I like going shooting. I enjoy them. I do training exercises just in case I need to come through my house real COVID-like. With that said, that type of person, as a pro-gun person, I do think it's way too, across the country, it's way too easy. The wrong people, it's way too easy to get the hands-on guns. I got friends that live in Texas, and you don't even have. They consider it ridiculous what you have to go through out here, because here you have to. If I wanted to sell you a gun, I would have to go to a licensed gun dealer, and we have to do that trade there. Basically, I could sell it to you, but there's paperwork that has to go into play. Texas, you could just be in the parking lot. Give me $500. All right, here.
Selling dogs. In the parking lot.
selling plants. But yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous how, like, then the people that say that, oh no, I got my right, Second Amendment. Second Amendment has nothing to do with what we are talking about and dealing with in this country right now. It has nothing to do with it.
You make a perfect point. Guns, I mean, everybody has them, so you need one to protect yourself to even the playing field. But there should be some type of structure in place to say, well, you should know how to take the gun apart, put the safety on, take the safety off, load the weapon, know how the reaction, the recoil feels, everything.
Stricter background checks. Check out people's social media.
Driving test.
Right.
Y'all should go take a shooting test or a gun test. Some folk be failing the driving test.
Right. It's like, well, we got to make sure you're ready to drive this 2,000-pound vehicle down the road so you don't injure anybody. But this gun that could kill more people, just be 18 and pass this little common sense test. You good? Like, it makes no sense.
Nah.
There was Kevin said he heard this somewhere, or saw it somewhere. Divorce is extremely hard, but marriage is easy. It's like, basically, to get married, you just got to go down.
Oh yeah.
Go to the courthouse, get the signing. However, divorce, people spend years trying to get out of divorce. It's a minimum of $50,000. It should be switched.
Yep.
Like, if you truly want to get married, you should have to spend $50,000, go through all of this.
Yep.
You want to get divorced, you want to get out of it, they should make that extremely easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing like gun control. It's like, you got people, even to be a police officer, it takes more than you can be a barber quicker than you can be you can be a police officer quicker than you be a barber. Now we got, like, the Republicans signed this thing they didn't sign to eradicate racism, white supremacy out of the police. Did you see that?
No, they didn't.
It was a bill to eradicate racism out of police departments. I think sweeping across the country. None of the Republicans signed it. Anyway, did you have anything to hit on that?
Yeah.
I know we was kind of zigzagging, but when you talking guns and all that stuff, it's to me, it's a sensitive subject because, like I said, I'm a gun advocate, but there's a whole lot wrong with this country when it comes to it.
Yeah.
Automatic weapons are not necessary at all. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
That's why I stand.
I don't give a damn. Can't nobody make a legitimate argument with it. Police, the law enforcement don't need them. Civilians don't need them. Are we in a war zone?
Yeah.
Law enforcement should not even be prepared, but they militarize police all the time for some reason. They didn't show up quick enough down there on January 6th. But let us show up peacefully. They roll the tanks out. Y'all know what it is. Anyway, go ahead.
Don't stop killing people for no damn reason. Just come on, man. Y'all talk to your partners. Leave your gun at home. You've been drinking. You've been doing this. You high on that perp, that Miley, whatever else you on. Be easy, man. Stop killing folk. For real.
All right, so I'm gonna do the comment and then we can roll into.
Okay.
Oh boy. So, there was a comment left on the video we put up last week about Russell Wilson and people calling him a simp. I was gonna just delete this comment and then I was gonna respond to the person, but it wouldn't have been in the best way possible. So I decided to remove my feelings because it did hit a nerve about the comment. So I'm just going to talk. So we're going to speak about this comments like this in general. But it says in response to the video of us wondering why people call Russell Wilson a simp. She says it's called jealous. That's why he's called a simp. Black men consider it a rite of passage to disown their children, have 9 baby mamas, sell dope, have a full gold plates, I guess full gold fronts, and be able to say baby's mama and black women ain't ish, and we wonder why black families are effed up. This sounds like something that a Fox News anchor would say.
Yeah, to stir some stuff up.
Yeah, just to stir some stuff up. So, Joy, I don't know, like, it truly hit a nerve. Like, I'm like, for one, from being a black man. So I was telling Goose, I told him I took a screen. I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but I took that screenshot. I'll tell y'all because I don't want y'all to think I'm lying. And I gave Goosey stat on August 4th. Today, as we recording this, is the 16th. Ever since I took this, I was like, is the 16th the percentage of my watch? Shot, I was trying to think. I went through my mind, my memory bank, and I thought of every single person that I know and their relationship with their father. Specifically, younger kids, because I know an older generation was completely different.
Yeah,
like a lot of guys I grew up with, went to school with, they were in single parent households. Now that they have children, they're like, ain't no way I would ever do that to anybody.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there trying to think, and I was telling Goose, and y'all might think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I came up with close, and I could have repeated a one or two people, close to 1,000 people. And I'm talking about I went through Facebook, Instagram, people that I personally know, or even know of, and then I was sitting there thinking of people I went to school with. I just know through my mom, my parents, and who they work with, my cousins, people I've met, just everybody I know, close to 1,000 people. I even started writing the names down, and I was like, nah, let me just think. Out of all of those people, I came up, and I actually dwindled it down. I brought it down some after I talked to Goose. I thought of 3 guys that I know that are, in my opinion, deadbeat fathers. They're present, but they ain't doing crap for their children.
Yeah.
So as far as just ghosting and disappearing, I can't think of a single one.
I know some.
I know people that grew up with dads that just ghosted and disappeared, but I can't think of anybody like my parents is like, what, 3 generations ahead of me? I can't think of anybody in that generation. I thought of 3 that would be what I consider deadbeats.
I got 2.
And you got 2.
Out of most of, yeah. If it just off the top of my head, just thinking about it, most of my friends, if their father wasn't in the household, he was still around, still provided. But there's 2 guys I know for sure. I want to say their name so
Don't
bad.
say their name. If you want, I mean, it's up to you.
I'm looking in the camera.
You know who you are if you see
my
this.
wife probably, you know who I'm about to say.
Oh, whack ass boys.
I ain't gonna say it. Yeah, but there's 2 guys for sure that don't pay child support, and one of them for sure left the house and ain't came back. So, but that's out of hundreds of people that I know, guys that I know.
And I called some people. I was like, man, how many like deadbeat dudes? They was like, well, you know, so-and-so's daddy we grew up with. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about your older brothers, your age or younger.
Yeah. I don't know many. I just know 2. And I know guys that have several kids, 6, 7 kids with like 4 or 5 different women, but they support all of them.
All of them.
I mean, they might not make as much money, but they're there for their kids. So they're not deadbeat dads at all.
I know more guys. When I was sitting there thinking about this, I know more dudes. I know a lot of dudes that are dealing with taking care of their children, someone else's child.
Yep.
And someone possibly taking care, because you know, people get together, they split off, they have kids with somebody else, and now it's just like, it's a phone conversation, or when y'all cross paths, hey, how you doing? Or it's a relationship that if my child is with you, you know, I trust that they're in your hands. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna let nothing happen to them, and you will discipline them if necessary, appropriately. Yeah, it's a conversation, it's a responsibility, it's a respect. Not we out here, black men just out here ghosting that kid. That's a narrative I hate to hear because people say it freely. just because they can think of 2, 3, maybe even 5 or 6 people, but they completely ignore. It's like the normality that's actually a thing of fathers actually in their kids' lives, black men actually in their kids' lives. They ignore that. They want to pay attention to the few people that they know that don't.
They ignore it, but also going back to the Russell and the future situation, media doesn't portray us in the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
I get that.
all the negativity they put out there, but that's what she's doing too, though.
Yeah, that's
She's
what I'm
just,
saying. She's doing the same thing, and I was like,
a rite of passage.
It wasn't the
No, we
fourth. When was
don't.
it?
We don't. I don't look up to
no, the other one was on the 4th. Anyway, it was last week. That was a different one.
I don't look up to no man that be pimping hoes or not taking care of his family. I mean, I've never did that. That's never been. I don't even know no dudes that do that. And
You really
I know
don't.
some guys that came up from nothing. They don't idolize no guy that's not taking care of his people.
Yeah. Like I said, like when I see stuff like it, it's like, it might feel good to type it out. Like I said, if you know
She
one
mad
or two,
at somebody.
you mad at somebody. Don't be projecting that on everybody and black men in general, because that crap just ain't true. Me and Goose was gonna do an episode about these actual statistics of black men being in the house with their families.
Yep.
So what I found, and I still ain't been able to find nothing accurate. Honestly, I ain't had a whole lot of time to look, but I did look for it. So, and I think I've already said this, I'm not sure. However, when it talks about fathers in the household, specifically when I start looking at articles about black men in the household, those articles are completely skewed. So they say present in the household or children coming from a broken home. Mm-hmm. They consider a broken home if the husband or the mother and father are not married, living in the same home. It says nothing about if they got a divorce or if they're not together, whether the husband is still in, or the father is still involved in the life. Mm-hmm. So they take that statistic of they're not married in the same home, he's not present. That just ain't true.
They call that a broken home.
That's a broken home.
Yeah.
She could be remarried or married or remarried and with somebody. They're in the house. The kids are in the house. However, he ain't the father of those children. So
it's a broken home.
The father's not present. And that crap just ain't true.
Nah. You got so many women, black, Asian, Chinese, green, yellow, brown, that have children out of wedlock. Mm-hmm. And live perfectly good lives with the baby daddy, with the father still inside, still supporting the family, and they still get along. They just bring both of their families together and live life like that. But just because I had a child with the girl, we didn't end up getting married, doesn't mean my child is in a broken home. That's not an actual fact. That's not a broken home.
It's really not. It's
broken home is when the police and the government come and lock up all the black men and put them in prison for marijuana. And now it's legal, and now all these white folk making all this money off marijuana, and all
they
this.
Are.
It's
and they still locked up in it.
And they still locked up.
But just I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know what this. I'm trying not to go personally at her because I see just comments. She said, "Sell dope. That's a badge of honor." Like it was just like the most. I mainly wanted to hit on. I'm hitting on it in general as this is the type of perception that people be putting out and saying. And I'm like, if you are somebody that viewed this podcast or watch this podcast, listen to this podcast, you're not on that same track. If you're watching this, or if you listening to this, there's a good chance you know our circle. You got me, Greg, Tahir, Keon, everybody extended beside them, Kev, even the people you don't know, Brennan. There's a lot of us. We even the women, like even our friends, Danny, who ain't our friend Quinn. All of these people have active fathers, are active fathers, or have an active father with their child. Mm-hmm. Our entire circle, you can't name not one that is a deadbeat that just got a child running around there or just disown their family.
True.
Even extend that to our extended social media family. You got, you know, the Coopers. You got DeVal. You got Chance. I like all of these people. Black Love do a whole goddamn documentary on marriage and family and all of that. And this is the goddamn summary you come up with. So for people to say that's what, yeah, you might hear stuff like it on the news or whatever, but there's a strong movement right now, and there's no excuse to be having this type of thought, especially if you black.
Yeah.
I can see, I know some people got their own trauma and everything that they're dealing with, but this already been proven. That's not a majority.
She's probably dealing with the deadbeat.
It's true. She probably is.
And that's probably why she put it out there like that.
But if you was dealing with a dope dealer, you knew he was a dope dealer.
That's true.
If you are one of the baby's mama, which number are you? He showed you exactly who he was before he got you pregnant, if that's what you're dealing with. If you number 1 or 2, maybe you didn't know.
Oh,
but if you number 4, 5, or 6, he was wearing a sign.
It's a rough life. Rough life.
I guess I should have put that getting off my chest too, because that's
that
would hit a nerve when I seen that.
It's just like when the comment I was talking about us at games. It's just not black people. It's every demographic has issues.
Yeah, let's not talk about soccer. They have full-on riots.
That's what I'm saying. They have it's just when it comes to us, it's amplified because you got white boys that's out here drug lords. You know what I'm saying? Trafficking.
Yeah, the higher you go, the lighter the complexion gets.
But it's never, you see a white boy selling drugs, you don't even get scared. But you see a black dude doing it, then it's all snap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, we ain't deadbeats out here. And
nah.
We don't look up to deadbeats.
And you'll move on? Hold on. Yeah, you move on to the next one?
Oh, yeah, we can move on.
So on the matter of toxicity.
Yeah, since we own this.
I know y'all probably done heard or seen this. You want to play it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and play it. So this dude, he's got a TikTok. I don't know. He's got a TikTok channel and he does videos. I don't know anything about him past this video. So I ain't going to, hold on, pause it real quick. I ain't going to speak on him. I'm speaking on the conversation that he's having because I don't know nothing about this dude. For all I know, he's got 15,000 other videos and doing a complete 180. Maybe this is just a one-off, but basically it's this dude having a conversation about women. Basically, why don't they want to cook and clean? So somebody called in and they're having a conversation. You have to put it into the mic.
What whole thing?
Why don't the women want to cook and clean for the men anymore?
Because they're tired, bro. They have to go to work every day. That's not hard.
They're tired?
Yeah, they got to go to work every day, just like you.
What are they tired of?
Of working. It's not hard. I mean, that shouldn't even be like, I don't even understand the question. Like, they're tired. Aren't you tired when you get home from work?
They're working every day, so they're tired. That's why I don't want to cook or clean.
Yeah. You think I want to work 8 hours and then come home and then cook and clean? I mean, I do it because I have to. I have 5 children. But yeah, I mean.
Do you have a woman right now?
What's that?
Do you have a woman right now?
I've been married I've been married for over 20 years.
Okay. Does your wife work?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are the roles in a marriage?
What are you talking about, roles? Everybody does what they have to do.
Well, okay, what do you do? What does she do?
For a living?
No, in the house for the marriage. What do you guys do? What are your roles?
Role? I don't understand the question. She does what needs to be done that day if she has time to do it, and if she doesn't, I do it. I do what needs to be done that day, and if I don't have time to do it, she does it. But roles, I don't know what you
How do you not know what roles are in a marriage? You're married for 20 years. You guys don't have any roles?
Exist. Because those don't exist. Like, I'm not white. I'm not a white Christian man.
What are you talking about? I'm not white. What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, because you're trying to live up to like some white supremacist ideal of the
What are you
nuclear
talking
family.
about?
I don't subscribe
Nobody
to
said
that.
nothing about no supremacy.
Teamwork makes the dream work, Frank. We a team. Ain't no roles.
What do you mean there ain't no roles?
It's not that hard to understand. You said, why do women not want to cook and clean? They're tired. They have to go to work.
Okay.
I answered that question.
Okay.
You said, what are your roles? I said, we're a team.
If there's something that needs to be built in the house, who builds it? You or your wife?
Depends on what it is.
What do you mean depends on what it is?
Like if it's a toy for the kids, you know what I'm saying? My wife's better at putting stickers on, so she builds it. But if we're talking about
that's not building nothing, man.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry you feel
Put
that way.
Stickers on something, you've lost it.
It's still a task. But my wife's an interior designer, so she can build anything.
I ain't got time for no foolishness. He gone.
This man was so, his brain exploded. He did not understand that another man was saying there's no roles in a marriage. He couldn't fathom a woman not cooking and cleaning for her family every day after work.
Yeah. If you could see the look on his face, he's looking like this man is speaking alien and he's hearing it for the first time. He's like the look on his face, he's completely confused.
Just like I am right now. You just like anyway, the guy that called in, I'm with him. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I say this all the time. I cook, I clean, I do whatever I have to do to make the household function.
To get to
the cheeks.
The cheeks.
I need the cheeks. But if you ain't into cheeks, you still got to do stuff to make the household function. If you and your wife work 8-hour shifts, get off within the same time, what makes you think she wants to cook and clean and you not do anything? But just go home, take a shower, and sit and wait on her to prepare your meal.
Yeah, when the dude, this is the problem. He's similar to he's a parent setting up in the audience, in the stands, not knowing how to coach, not knowing how to play, but got everything to say about it. That's what he seemed like to me. I don't know if this dude's married or not, but for somebody that's not married, that has no idea what a marriage is and no idea how a successful marriage works, he wouldn't understand that. And us being in this, me 15 years, how long you been married? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For us being in this for so long, it's like, what do you mean you don't understand that? Like he said, like if we a team, you don't expect the quarterback to run all the way down the field and score every single. He passed the ball. Like, I don't understand. So this dude, and and I always hear that y'all say this podcast is such a breath of fresh air. I always see y'all put that comment, and I'm like, I don't know if there's a lot of this out there. Dudes like him is like, well, why ain't they cooking and cleaning? And dude was like, do you feel like cooking and cleaning after work? You see, he didn't even answer the question.
Nah, he didn't.
It's like if somebody else worked just as many hours as you do, what makes you think that they just want to be happy to come home and sit down and cook and clean and take care of you? Man, get your raggedy ass up and do something.
Yes. My wife literally when we both were working, she wanted to cook and clean because she wanted to do that. Mm-hmm. But there were days she pissed, tired, and I'm like, I got it. Let me do this.
Yeah.
Let me do that. I know she wanted to do it, but come on, man. You just can't expect. They ain't machines. You feel me? So it's crazy. There's three things this guy, his situation. There's 1 to 3 things going on.
One of the three?
One of the three.
Yeah.
There's one, he's single. Period. He just ain't got a woman.
Don't know from sugar.
Okay. 2, he has a woman and she is miserable. I'm talking about she can't.
What they say, one foot out the door, the other on a banana peel.
Yeah. On a banana peel.
On that banana peel.
3, this man is just he's making all the money in the relationship, and the girl or the woman has to that's her role, and as he says, that's her role is to take care of the house. Now, if she accepts that, if that's what she wants, cool. But that's the 3 things. Other than that, this dude is, man, I hope and pray my baby girl don't run into no chumps like this, because it's going to be on and popping.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when a man talks like that, to a married man or somebody in a healthy relationship, he just sounds ignorant.
Yeah,
and the dude, he's explaining, he's like, what do you mean? Like, it's not hard to understand. Like, they tired too. Like, he's trying, and then he tried to throw it. How long you been married? Over 20 years. We got 5 kids. What now? What now? What do you mean? I would have thought, like, how long you been married? Like, what's the situation in your household? Let me know how this whole this Rose thing work. Like he said, if something needs to be built. Angel, I think, built all of our kids' furniture. Because I was usually either at work or she wanted it done and I didn't get to it fast enough for her, so she just did it herself. And she was just building, and it's like, it didn't feel me any type of way other than us might bickering back and forth. Why ain't you do this? Because I ain't feel like doing it yet. That baby ain't here yet.
He asked them if something needed to be built. We hired somebody. What are you talking? Call a contractor.
Yeah.
Dummy.
I'm like, can you build something? Like, what do you, like, I don't, yeah. And for us, he sounds like just as crazy as that dude sounds. He sounds just as crazy as us.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean? Like, what are these roles you talk? So you expect her to get off work, cook, clean, take care of the house, take care of you, and you are expected to sit down, eat, watch a game, get some and go to bed.
Yeah.
Is that the role? Oh, you might take the trash out. How often does something need to be built for that to be a role in the house versus cooking like, and cleaning every day?
You asked the wrong question, man. Well, something needs to be built.
I don't understand that type of thinking, that logic. Even you grew up,
yes,
both parents. I grew up both parents. My mom did most of the cooking. However, my dad did some cooking too.
My mom did all of the cooking all the time. I can't count on one hand my dad cooking like that. Mm-hmm. But every time my dad washed the dishes, it'll be it's
that's
three.
True. My dad would always wash the dishes.
It's 3 of us.
I never even thought about that.
My dad, he washed all the dishes every time.
That's crazy. I never thought about that.
So
I never thought about that. I come to think, I'm like, he did wash the dishes every goddamn day.
Every night. My dad, after dinner, he made sure the kitchen my dad cleaned the kitchen.
Did your daddy like shut the kitchen down?
Oh yeah.
And then the black folks be shutting down the goddamn kitchen.
That light over the sink.
On the sink.
It's just stayed on.
The one over the oven is when you leave.
Yeah.
Like everybody gone, like leave that light on over the oven. Over the sink, it means kitchen shut down.
I don't understand why, but yeah. So he did. That's what he did. That was
And once we got old enough, we would make us. We would all wipe off the table, sweep up the floor, and everything.
Yeah. So it's not. It's a team thing, like dude was saying. We all chipped in to do whatever we had to do. And in my case, my wife told me, I come home after I cook, clean, or after I cook, deal with the kids, I'm tired. So I was like, okay, bet. You gonna get home, I'm gonna bathe the baby, I'm gonna put the baby to sleep. I'm already have food cooked. Mm-hmm. So go ahead, take your shower, get ready. Cheeks.
Get ready for this vitamin D.
Cheeks ready. Yeah. Hey though, hold up. I got 14 days. And it's gonna be on and popping.
It threw me. I was like, wait, MC squared?
Yeah. Man, my mind, I just be hitting the thing. Once it pop in my head, I got to get it out. 14 days to my vasectomy. But anyway, yeah, you have to be a team player to. Now, if you ain't trying to
turn the air off and you ain't hot.
Nah,
No.
you be sweating on your nose. But anyway,
Yeah.
if you ain't a team player and you don't want your wife to be happy, of course, assign her roles and make sure she does her roles. Make sure you do your roles. And, you know, most likely you're going to change your role as you choose. There's no roles in marriage. Everybody comes together to make it work.
But that's that whole. Like I said, I don't know. From what I hear, there's a lot of dudes with this type of speech out there right now of, you know, what a woman should do, what her purpose is. All catering to a man earlier and talking about, you know, everything. So you got the black man, you know, all he do is sell dope, get gold teeth, abandon his family and have 9 baby mamas and say black women ain't stuff, but the black women also need to clean and cook and provide for them. Like, that's some of the most toxic crap. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah.
Like,
This dude also is he's trying to be, he's just getting some clickbait.
That's what it seemed like.
He can't really believe himself.
I don't know, man. I think it's dudes out there to be thinking like that.
Yeah.
I do. I honestly do think. I've heard them talk,
Now,
and they have nothing to offer usually.
This is not putting young ladies down that love to cook and clean for their family.
No, not at all.
If you love to do that,
But that ain't her job.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Exactly. If you choose not to do it, this man should not flip out because you didn't fold his socks or you didn't put enough sauce on the spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? So this man here was, what do you mean? Why wouldn't she cook and clean in my house?
Why don't they want to? I don't understand why they don't want to cook and clean. Like, who wants to cook and clean when they get home? Some people, like I said, I like to iron clothes. That's my stress reliever. That's what I pull out some clothes, I iron.
All the 6 fold.
Yeah. Fold, iron, that and for some reason, I don't know why, washing my truck. That's when I'm like stressed out and need to relax. Those are 2 activities that always relax me in the middle of the week. Now, if it's weekend, I'm gonna get me a sip of something brown. But maybe some people love to cook. I mean, you got chefs out there that do it for fun. But as far as being a role in a relationship, like, if that's an understanding, if that's what the person wants to do, yeah. But to generalize it for women just doing it.
Yeah, you can't just speak for it. You can't put that. Why women don't want to do that? Why doesn't this lady want to do it? She probably doesn't want to do it because she works.
Right.
Now, this one here that doesn't work and sits at home all day, then you can shoot that her way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or maybe she'll cook and clean and you can't enjoy it until your face get wet. That's the trade-off. She might be like, run it. Wet the face, then I'll cook and clean.
Hey,
or you can eat this meal after you eat this meal.
Yeah. That's me. That's me. That's when I'm relaxed. That's when I'm relaxed. Yeah, buddy. That dude sound about dumb as hell though.
You do.
Women, if you young ladies, if you come across a guy like that has those type of morals, you best to take heed to it. Yeah. You see how he was talking about that white supremacy type, you know, that old way of marriage where, you know, you stay in the kitchen, I bring on the bacon, this, that, and other.
Back then, them women wasn't working.
They weren't working at all. They weren't doing. Their sole purpose was to. Matter of fact, they couldn't work because
a lot of them wasn't allowed to.
So you had to be at the house. And matter of fact, nowadays, it ain't sad, but it is what it is. We Uber eating something,
man.
We DoorDash or
let me
something.
tell you what.
This man Keon has. I'm on Uber Eats trying to Uber some wings. He's on Wingstop's app He has the app.
I ain't know we still had an app.
He has the apps to the store. He's
said,
like, hold
Ju-
up.
Jury about to drop it off now.
He had packages in the app.
Pre-ordered.
I mean, he had options I didn't even have on Uber Eats. I'm like, hold on, you got a
He
10
said, nah,
piece.
you got to upgrade.
Yeah, you got people.
Let me tell you what. Angel was extremely appreciative. Last night, she was in a meeting. I was dealing with the kids. They was finishing up, their first day of school and everything. It was getting late. She came and finally sat down after her meetings and stuff. We sat there and it's late. We had to end up watching the show that we reviewing, Married at First Sight. She was like, God, let me get over here and fix something to eat. I was like, food's on the way. I said, the kids, they food's on the way. She said, is it? I said, yeah, it's on the way. Oh my God, thank you. She said, well, here, let me fix us something. Hey, babe, I got salads coming. I eat salads. Oh my God. And she was just, because in her mind, because I was dealing with the kids, we still got, food in the refrigerator to cook. And she was dealing with the meeting that she was wrapping up. In her mind, she already had in her mind, let me go ahead and do this stuff. Yeah. I was already thinking, I said, I can take 3-4 minutes. Let me order them something. We can order us something.
Yep.
Done. And look, she can relax now.
Yeah.
Now all we got to do is set I was about to talk about Married at First Sight. There was a dude on last season. So that show was about basically people come together. They meet for the first time they meet is at the altar. And they get married right then and there. And they got 8 weeks. Yeah, that's the show we reviewed, me, Kevin, Melissa, and Angel. Anyway, last season there was a black dude on there. Got paired up with this young lady. His biggest thing is my wife's got to cook. When I come home, I should have a meal fixed. That's what a marriage is.
Dang.
Long story short, by the end of the season, they ended up working out. They ended up saying yes on decision day. This man is helping her cook.
Oh, yeah.
He finally saw after being like, because this is like, and of course that was a red flag for everybody. Why does he have such this archaic way of thinking? You know what I'm saying? That was his thing. It's like, no, if I'm come home, but if she's gone at work and y'all get home at the same time, why is she the one? He can't cook. He don't know how to cook. And he learned quickly, like, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But luckily, like somebody like him, he was like willing to change and willing to like, okay, I see why I was wrong.
Any man that thinks like that would, I'm not, the woman he would be with would have to be just
crazy as hell. No, I'm just playing.
Not crazy, but just have I'm gonna say like have no goals in life really. Like you're not thinking. Man, I don't know. I know a woman I know people. I know a person is not going to want to cook every day after work because I've worked a 9-to-5 job, physical job, and a mental type working behind a desk. No way.
Yeah. And the thing is even if they do it, it ain't a want.
No, it's
if they're
not
excited to do it. It's like, well, this is what's just got to be done.
And
because they got kids, let me get home and cook his meal. Oh my God, I'm tired. It ain't like, well, let me hurry and get home. Let me cook for the back. No, I ain't excited to do that.
And then on top of that, you have a chump like this insisting, like telling you, no, you gonna do this. Oh,
man, you better kick rocks.
That's what I'm saying. But
you got to kick rocks.
This guy here complained that you ordering the food though. Oh, now you order. Now you just ordering. You can't cook.
I'm like, man, he better not. I'm like, if it was me, he better not. You better shut up and eat this and order food. Shoot. Anyway, fam.
Oh man, he gonna be sitting by himself.
Yeah, we was all over the place today, but hey, hopefully y'all enjoy that.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you watching this, you can also listen to this on across all podcast platforms. If you look it up, you will be able to find it. And if you listening to this, you can watch this on YouTube, on Tanksley TV. All you gotta do is put in "Let Us Tell It." Again, I'm your host, Marcus Tanksley, aka Tank. You can find me on Instagram at Marcus on the Gram, Facebook at Marcus on the Book, and TikTok at Tank Don't Talk. I don't be talking that much. And also, you can find my beard and body butter called Man Shit. That's MANSHYT. You can go to manshit.com and check that out. Goose, go on, let them know.
All right, you can catch me on IG. That's GOOLZBY on YouTube, Building with Goose. And you can go buy my merch on underreptmerch.com.
Absolutely. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, and all this jazz. Make sure you also, if you got time, if you watching this, please make sure you go, or if you don't got time to watch it, listen to it. Just go on to the podcast, listen to it. But over there, make sure you like it, review it, and all that jazz. Please don't forget to review it on the podcast, on the live stream, or not the live stream, but the streaming, whatever you listening to it on. But anyway, fam, we'll holler at y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.